Welcome, guys, back to episode 11 of the Stankey Sports Show. I'm Jack Stankey, joined here with Timothy O'Hare and Tarell Joseph. Guys, thanks for being on my show today.
Thanks for having me.
And, I know I've taken a 19-day break, to be exact, from our last episode, the very coveted spike ball rankings. But, I figured a lot of things has happened in those 19 days. The NBA is finally returning. The NHL finally put out their plan. And my favorite sport, as you can tell from my room surroundings, is baseball's coming back. What else do you need? It's summer baseball is coming back, and I don't need that face, Tarell. It's not necessary to make that face and nod your head like that. But I'm going to start off with a sport that both of you guys like, NBA. I know I made an episode back in episode 9 about the NBA coming back with Timmy and Jackson. But, now they kind of ironed out some of the details. They can't leave at all the bubble. And we all know LeBron's going to have private investigators surrounding the place. Timmy's idea to make sure that when Kawhi leaves, he's calling Adam Silver up immediately, and telling him to ban him for 14 days. But now that all the details are ironed out, does it change your mind of who's going to win the championship? I know I haven't even gotten Terrell's opinion on this personally. Tarell, who do you see making the NBA championship this year?
I have like 4 teams. I think it would either be the Lakers, the Clippers, the Thunder, or the Bucks.
Oh my goodness!
Get out of my
and
show.
maybe the Celtics. Remember that now.
I didn't hear you mention the 76ers.
Sixers are not doing anything. I'm sorry.
They'll make it better than the Celtics.
Well,
No, they'll make it better than the Thunder. I don't know why you said the
Thunder. Oh my gosh! Remember I said this. Now, when the Thunder win the championship, I was the only believer.
I mean,
You're both averaging 60.
All right, but those are 4 teams. Can I have 2 for to see who's? And I think the NBA, you can have West versus West now this year. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So we can have a Lakers Clippers finals. Who is your finals teams?
Probably the Lakers and the Clippers, if that happens. Depends. Or the Lakers and the Bucks. I know the Lakers are gonna make it with LeBron.
Yeah. Timmy?
Yeah, same. Lakers, Bucks, or Lakers, Clippers.
I mean, I have really high hopes for Giannis in this postseason. He's coming in, something to prove. He lost to the Raptors last year in the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, I think that he's going to definitely win a championship in his career, and I think this is the perfect way to do it. But, I mean, I think there are also some sleeper teams. I think, the Sixers, like I mentioned, everyone stays healthy.
Miami Heat.
The Sixers are not a sleeper team this year.
Well, yeah, because they were hurt all year. Ben Simmons was out for a lot of the year. So was Joel. A lot of things went wrong. Okay. But no one on the Sixers is hurt. They're all healthy. They all went to Orlando.
Well, also, anything can change in the next 10 days. You never know.
Oh, with Joel Embiid wearing a hazmat suit like he's going into a nuclear explosion zone, I'm not sure he's going to catch anything the way that he was prepared. Inside the NBA bubble life is kind of cool to look at too. I know I followed Serge Ibaka actually to see inside the bubble, but a bunch of different players, they all brought their PS4s or their Xboxes. I mean, that must be really cool, just to sleep over for 4 months straight with the best players in the world. I mean, how much would we pay to be in that?
Yeah, that'd be insane.
It's so funny though when they show the food they're getting. I follow Nasir Little on Snapchat, and he shows like what he's eating. And they packed him mac and cheese for breakfast, Velveeta mac and cheese, and he got so mad and he just threw it across the room. It was so funny.
You guys see Pat Beverly. Pat Beverly had stocked up. It was hilarious.
I mean, you see the meals that they're getting. They're getting a chicken club. I know Serge Ibaka last night got chicken club, shredded chicken, Texas toast.
Yeah, I saw that.
A ranch packet.
Yeah, with the salad. It looked garbage.
I mean, but we all know the bigger characters in the NBA. Patrick Beverly as one of them. He showed his, I'm not sure to even call it frustrations, but, I think he was pretty happy with his PS4. I'm not sure he's too happy about the food. And we all know LeBron's not eating a single ounce of anything from Orlando. That
his private chef is already in
I can promise you that. Moving back into actual play of the NBA, I mean, a sleeper team from the West. Do we have a sleeper team that could really make some noise? I mean, please don't say the Thunder.
No, I'm with him. The Thunder. I would say the Thunder.
I mean, other than the Thunder, you already gave your Thunder as one of the options that you say could make the championship. But do you have another team?
Definitely the Thunder. They're 100% the sleeper team.
If not the Thunder, I would say Portland.
Okay, I like Portland. And Timmy, you mentioned before the Miami Heat being a sleeper team. I don't mind that option, but tell me more about your reasoning for why you see Miami as a contender.
Well, their chemistry is just really good. They have so many good role players, and I think Jimmy Butler is enough of a superstar now where he could carry them to maybe not the championship, but hopefully the Eastern Conference Finals or something pretty far.
Do you think Jimmy, like you just said, is Jimmy Butler a person that can truly take over a team? It's the same thing with the Raptors. People doubt them now because Kawhi left. They say, is Pascal Siakam superstar material to lead them to something? I personally don't think so about Siakam, but I think Jimmy Butler certainly is.
The Raptors are good. They're better. I went to the Hawk team versus the Raptors, and Norman Powell had 24 points in 10 minutes. So
yeah, I guess the Raptors win the NBA championship then. Right. Norman Powell is dropping 30 points a game in the bubble. But
Raptors are terrible. They're not good.
I hate Kyle Lowry. He's the worst point guard in the NBA.
You just don't like him because people said that he was better than Chris Paul all the time after winning last year.
Yeah, I want to see them say that now. It's not even close.
They wouldn't have won that championship if the Warriors didn't get injured. It's just so stupid.
The Warriors won that one 2 years ago if Chris Paul didn't get injured.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's absurd. You know what else I like about the NBA this year? How they kind of feeded into who's going to get the 8 seed. If you were 4 games back of the 8 seed, you got invited. And, some teams can fall out of it. I mean, there's only 9 Eastern Conference teams. And, the Brooklyn Nets are sending Jamal Crawford and Jared Allen on the floor. So I'm not sure they can even stay in the 8, depending on how the Wizards play. But Bradley Beal said he was tentative also about playing.
Jamal Crawford's dirty.
So,
last NBA game, he dropped 51 or something.
He's filthy.
But I think it's going to be exciting to see who comes out with the 8 seed in the East. But in the West, there's a bunch of teams that are really close to each other. I think talent-wise, you got the Sacramento Kings, led by De'Aaron Fox. You got Zion Williamson, the Pelicans. You got Ja and the Grizzlies. The Spurs also, but without LaMarcus Aldridge. Who do you think is going to come away with the 8 seed in the West?
Ja.
Yeah?
I feel like he's been putting in some work during the quarantine.
Okay. Tim?
I would like the Suns because that would be awesome. But probably New Orleans, but not because of Zion.
No. I mean, hey, Zion has dropped 10 pounds of fat over
because of Lonzo and Brandon Ingram.
Oh.
Let's calm down there, Timothy.
Yeah, Zion's not even the best on this team.
Yeah, when you bring up the Pelicans, say Brandon Ingram and the New Orleans Pelicans. Don't say Zion.
Yeah, but Zion can change like that in a second. He can, if Brandon Ingram isn't there, I can guarantee you Lonzo Ball. I'm not relying on Lonzo Ball for anything in life.
He's been so good this year.
With his previous experiences and his previous start of his career, I don't think he's the true point guard the Pelicans need.
You don't think he's a true point guard?
That the Pelicans need with his experience on the Lakers.
He's a sick defender, and his passing is elite.
All right, they still have Drew Holiday.
Thank you, Tarell, for bringing me to my next point. I would like Drew Holiday over Lonzo in the Pelican system personally, but that's just me. That's just my
Drew Holiday he turned into a shooting guard now. He doesn't really.
Although Drew Holiday is he's a great defender off the bat. I think he's a very good defender. But I personally think the Pelicans are going to grab the 8 seed just because of what Timmy was saying with Brandon Ingram. I think he's a great player. I think Zion, you guys know my thoughts about
really,
Zion.
why you think they're going to make the
You guys know my thoughts about Zion. I mean, 285 pounds, pure muscle. I mean, he just jumps out of the stadium every time he enters the court. But, that's just my thoughts
Game
personally.
1, he'll go down on his ankle the wrong way, and he'll be out for, his career.
Hey, like I said several times about Zion, I think he'll play 8 years or something like that. Charles Barkley had an injury-ridden career, won an MVP, and still a Hall of Famer.
I think he'll play more than 8 years.
Well, yeah, I'm just throwing 8 years out as an example year amount. But, I think it's going to be cool what the NBA is doing. And I really hope – Charles Barkley said yesterday on The Jump that he's not sure that, the NBA is going to even be able to start the season, which, that is a serious threat still that the NBA, none of these sports leagues might not be able to get off the season. Anything can change in such an instance with everything going on. Moving on to a different sport now. I'm only going to mention hockey just for a second.
Oh, boy.
Just for a second. Just to, if Ryan Dix is out there watching this show, I figured you should at least give him the 30 seconds of time that he deserves. Basically, the Western teams in the NHL are going to play in Edmonton. The Eastern teams are going to play in Toronto. I already also went through the episode. I spoke with Ryan Moore and Robbie a couple of weeks back about our thoughts about the NHL coming back. Timmy, do you see a new NHL Stanley Cup champion other than the Blues?
Bruins.
Okay, and I'm not even going to bother asking Tarell because I'm not sure he can even name 10 NHL players, personally.
Yeah, good. No need to get into it right now.
But. No need. All right, Tarell, who do you think's going to win the Stanley Cup?
He's going to say the Islanders.
No, whatever the team from LA is.
I'm not even sure. I don't think the Kings made it.
They're insane.
Yeah, you think you're funny.
And the Islanders were the
The Islanders are terrible.
They were the 4 seed. Shut up. No, they were the something like that.
Yeah, the Kings were great in 2014, right, Stank?
Yeah,
they weren't a team back then.
All right, let's move on to the best sport out there. Come on now. We got the baseball coming down. I cried genuinely. If I got to give you my honest opinion, I cried that night that the MLB came back. I'm tearing up right now even thinking about MLB coming back. But, they're starting the season July 23rd with a great matchup. Nationals-Yankees, Max Scherzer, Garrett Cole making his Yankees debut. Even that just makes me excited just in itself. Following up the next day, just keeping it New York teams, we got DeGrom and Soroka facing off in Citi Field on July 24th for their home opener. This schedule basically goes as follows. You're going to play 40 games against your division, and you're going to play 20 interleague games. So the Mets and Yankees are actually going to face off 6 times this year, which should be cool to watch because we all know the better New York team. Injury-ridden.
Yeah.
The Yankees are winning.
All right.
The Yankees are winning every game.
When you guys win a playoff series, then you can start talking to me again.
When you guys win a pennant, talk to me.
Great. We've won probably 40-something.
In 43?
Great. Still won a pennant.
It's like the Rangers. People say, oh, they're not
Don't
a
bring
team.
up hockey right now. Don't bring up hockey.
It's the same thing, though. They won 3 Stanley Cups when there were 4 teams. No, when there were 8 teams.
Great, but we've won 27 World Series. They've won, 5
I didn't realize you were part of the team now. Excuse me. What number are you wearing on your uniform?
Right, when you bring up the Mets, you definitely say we.
I do not. I say the team as a whole.
No, you don't.
It's not true.
I am a season ticket holder. I have given contributions to the Mets personally.
I don't care.
Hey, I was just asking what number you're wearing in your debut. That's all I'm asking.
33.
All right, there you go. Didn't Greg Bird wear 33? But I don't think
he's off the team now.
Yeah. But, Timmy, I'm not even going to ask Timmy because I'm not even going to look at Timmy square in the Zoom. Tarell, who do you see winning the World Series this year?
The Yankees.
Okay, how about a second team?
The Yankees.
Yankees.
No, seriously. A second team.
The Yankees.
Okay, Timmy.
What?
Timmy, you at least respect the game. At least give me a second team that could give the Yankees a run for their money.
Obviously, the Dodgers.
Okay. And other than the two front runners, any other teams that can be a sleeper?
The Braves.
Okay. I
Tampa
like
Bay Rays. The
Yep.
Oakland Athletics.
Yep. Okay. I like where you're
Not the
going.
Mets.
Who's the worst team in the MLB?
Marlins. Orioles.
Are the Red Sox bad?
I'm not sure. Wait, in the new power rankings, I thought didn't the Tigers like?
Well, no, it was plus 10,000 was the Marlins. No. Yeah, it might Marlins, Orioles, Tigers.
Basically, those three are interchangeable as the worst teams in baseball.
Who knows? The Red Sox are probably also going to be
The Red Sox are also going to be very bad this year.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm. You can tell I'm stoked for baseball. I mean, I know the Mets aren't going to do anything because it's the New York Mets. They disappoint me every year. I wake up opening day saying this is our year. We play good till the Mets play good till around May and are terrible. Then win a couple games August and September. But I do see the Yankees win the World Series this year. I mean, and it hurts my mouth to say. I'm gonna have to wash my mouth out with soap after this, because it's just painful to say. I mean, the Yankees are dirty. They're really good.
Yeah.
The Braves, because they have that what's his name?
Amir.
Acuna something Jr.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
Yeah, I like him.
I think Acuna can be one of the front runners to win NL MVP this year in short season.
I can see that.
And there is going to be a universal DH this year, which is going to be cool to see National League teams, finally using designated hitter. But I'm not sure what I think about that because I think it was a nice tradition to have the pitcher bat, but hey, it helps the Mets.
That's an automatic out. I don't know. I don't understand how you guys liked that.
Steven Matz's MLB debut went 4 for 4 with 4 RBIs and pitched a 7-inning shutout.
Great. He's got 6 hits his whole career then.
No, I'm just saying, pitch. It's not.
No way. He went 4 for 4.
Google it after this.
That's impressive.
And but hey, the universal DH only helps the Mets because we know Yoenis Cespedes was down in Florida fighting boars the last 3 years. I'm not sure he can even run. But I saw him take Seth Lugo deep in batting practice, and, it just made me happy thinking that he can just sit there on the plate and do that all day.
It's true.
But, yeah, I mean, no, I think it's going to be cool. I'm super stoked. July 23rd. I'm not sure what time the Yankees-Nationals game is, but I'm going to be tuning into that. Yeah, I mean, things are looking up. I think things are looking up for the sports world. I think things are looking up for the U.S. I think a lot of things are looking better coronavirus-wise. And, I think sports are going to help bring back some of that good feels that happened before coronavirus. And, I think it looks good. So that's my thought. But that's going to wrap up our show today for episode 11 of the Stankey Sports Show. I'm Jack Stankey. Again,